Good morning, students. You are all welcome to the mathematics class. In our last lesson, we learned how to draw and measure angles. This morning, we will go to something new, and we'll be looking at the properties of angles. Firstly, we will examine angles around a point. Angles around a point make up a complete revolution, and they add up to 360 degrees. So this is the point, the vertex. The angles around it all add up to 360 degrees. Therefore, if the angles are only A and B, then A added to B should be 360 degrees. In other words, if you are looking for A and you know B, you can take 360 degrees minus B and you get A. And B will be the same as 360 degrees minus angle A. What I've said can help you to solve a lot of problems, as you will see in the application that we have here. You can be asked to find angle X in a diagram like this. So this angle X and this one is 45. And we have said angles around a point make up 360 degrees. Therefore, the solution, you will indicate that X plus 45 degrees equal 360 degrees, which are angles around a point. Which implies that X equals 360 degrees minus 45 degrees. If you take away 45 degrees from 360, you should be left with 315 degrees. Angles of a straight line. Angles on a straight line make up half a revolution and therefore sum up to 180 degrees. They are called supplementary angles. This is a straight line, and at the vertex here you have two angles, and we have said the angles of a straight line is half a revolution. Therefore, this angle should be 180 degrees. That's why we have written here X plus Y equals 180 degrees. And if X plus Y equals 180 degrees, we say that X and Y are supplementary angles. Application. Find angle U in this diagram. This is the diagram. So the diagram has a straight line with two angles, U and 130. And we said angles of a straight line are supplementary, meaning that they add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, solution: U plus 130 degrees equals 180 degrees, which implies that U equals 180 degrees minus 130 degrees. U is therefore 50 degrees. We look at complementary angles. Complementary angles are angles that add up to 90 degrees. In other words, they make up a quarter of a revolution. So you get the diagram here. This is 90 degrees right angle, made up of broken down into two angles A and B. So if this is a right angle broken down into angle A and B, it means A plus B equals 90 degrees. And in such a case, we say A and B are complementary angles. Application. Find the value of angle A in this diagram. The diagram has three angles, and all of them equal A. Means that the angles are the same. How do you solve it? Solution. A plus A plus A equals 90 degrees, because this is a right angle. If A plus A plus A equals 90 degrees, it means 3A equals 90 degrees. If 3A equals 90 degrees, then 1A should be 90 degrees divided by 3. And therefore A equals 30 degrees. Lastly, we look at angles at an intersection of two straight lines. When two straight lines meet, they form 4 angles that add up to 360 degrees. And the angles next to each other are supplementary. We have 2 straight lines here meeting at the point that the pointer is on. And we have said when 2 lines meet, they will form 4 angles that all add up to 360 degrees, because they will go around a revolution. So when they meet, what is the relationship between the angles? This straight line is half a revolution, so the angle on that straight line should be 180 degrees, as we have seen. Therefore this A and D are supplementary. They add up to 180 degrees. Conclusion is that to get D, you will take 180 degrees and subtract A from it. Looking at D and C, we're using this straight line now. So D and C are angles of that straight line. D and C are also supplementary, which means D plus C equals 180 degrees. And if D plus C equals 180 degrees, it means D equals 180 degrees minus C. If D equals 180 degrees minus A, and the same D equals 180 degrees minus C, the conclusion will be that A is the same as C. A is the same as C. We describe this kind of angles as vertically opposite angles. You look at C and B, this C and B, they are also angles of a straight line. And we said they sum up to 180 degrees. So C and B are supplementary because they add up to 180 degrees. If C and B add up to 180 degrees, it means C will be 180 degrees minus B. Then when you look at C and D, this C and D, they are also angles of a straight line. And again, they are supplementary because the angle of a straight line form half a revolution. So C and D are supplementary, meaning that C plus D equals 180 degrees. Conclusion, C equals 180 degrees minus D. Again, if C equals 180 degrees minus B, and the same C is the same as 180 degrees minus D, it will mean that B is the same as D. That's the conclusion. B is the same as D. This B should have the same size like D. Such angles again are known as vertically opposite angles. So vertically opposite angles, very easy to identify. They are always equal. You will master these properties by working at home. And the first thing you will read Praise Book Secondary Mathematics, Book 2, the one that you have, page 44 to 46. After this lecture, you understand it better. After reading, do exercise 7.4 of Praise Book Secondary Mathematics 2. You find that exercise on page 146. We have come to the end of our lesson for today. I thank you very much for the patience. I thank you very much for listening. Remember that we learn by doing. Do the assignment. Where you have difficulties, go back to the video. You go back to the textbook. Make sure that you excel, as the name of your college is. We strive for excellence always.